Hi, I'm Mayor Andy Skibitsky, and welcome to this special edition of Hometown. It's actually a edition where we're going to talk about Westfield's Green Team. If you recall last June of last year, we introduced the Green Team through a resolution, which in part read, whereas a sustainable community seeks to optimize quality of life for its residents by ensuring that its environmentally, economic, and social objectives are balanced and mutually supportive. And whereas the town of Westfield strives to save tax dollars, assure clean land, air and water, improve working and living environments as steps to building a sustainable community that we will thrive into the new century. So that was sort of the gist of what the Green Team is all about. And today I'm fortunate enough to have two members of our Green Team with us. The chair of our Green Team, Mr. Bill Heinbuckle. Bill, welcome.
Thanks, Mayor.
And our vice chair, Mrs. Stacy Wyman. Welcome, Stacy.
Happy to be here.
It's good to have you here. Of course, being green is a hot topic, has been for many years, and Westfield's done a lot of things, but Sustainable Jersey is a program that was relatively new. I actually learned about it last year. One of my other roles is I chair the Union County League of Municipalities, which is basically the mayors get together on a monthly basis and talk about things, bring in guest speakers, and it's how I learned about Sustainable Jersey. So Bill, on that, and by the way, I want to thank both of you for volunteering. I know you both have very busy schedules, but I appreciate you're using your talents to help the town of Westfield. Bill, I know you chaired the Land Use Task Force Committee, and it was very effective and did a very good job. So I'm sure you and Stacy are going to do a great job chairing this committee. So why don't you tell the residents a little bit more about the Sustainable New Jersey and the Green Team?
Well, the Green Team, obviously the mayor formed this committee, and we have pretty diverse group of people that have been asked to help out with the project. What our first goal is in for the Green Team is to really work towards accomplishing our Sustainable New Jersey accreditation, and there's a variety of things that we have to do to get there. The first step that we're looking at is this community has accomplished probably a good number of the items that we'll have to finish before we can be accredited. And so the first step that we've taken is to look at what the town has done relative to what we need to do for this accreditation, and to identify those things that we're calling low-hanging fruit. So, if the town has already accomplished those things, we're going to use those in order to get our accreditation, and then identify those things that yet need to be done in order to get the certification to be a green community. So we're working pretty hard on that, and the first steps in that were obviously is to give out assignments to the different members based on their expertise, and to have them report back to the group. And the first step we have is the first steps we've taken I think have been pretty successful. I think we're probably significantly further down the road than we thought we were going to be, and we're hopeful that within the next few months that we'll be able to complete this project.
Great. Well, you mentioned the committee, and Stacey, why don't you tell us who's on the committee? It's made up of, I think, 15 people?
We have a conglomerate of very capable people that come from various places within the town. We have the mayor, of course. We have from the Board of Education, Jane Clancy. From the Planning Board, Dan Clifford, Bill Heinbuckle. From the Recreation Commission, we have Jim Marvin. The Board of Health, Larry Budnick. Myself, who's on the Library Board of Trustees. Special Improvement District, Dominic Burdick. The Tree Preservation Commission, Shari Cohen. Town resident, we have a few people that we have from town too, which will add some important input. Robert Greeley, Tim Van Epp, and Diane Jenko. And of course the volunteer liaisons from the town, we have Jim Gilday, the town administrator, Chris McClune, the town engineer, and Bill Drew, the town planner. So I'm really impressed with the energy and the passion and the expertise that all of these people bring to the committee.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good group. We just had a meeting tonight, and it's important that we have people from these various organizations like the Board of Ed and the Recreation Commission and the town of Westfield and then the Board of Health, because a lot of things is very interconnected, and so there's a lot of great conversation going on. If we need help from an education standpoint, because a lot of the things that we're going to be doing is helping to educate residents about particular issues.
Right.
And so it's great that we have good people from various organizations that can help us accomplish that. So why don't you tell us, Bill, a little bit about some of the things that we're working on? But maybe before you do that, why don't you tell? I mean, we talked about becoming sustainable, which is really what the state says. You reach a certain level, and you do that by points, right? You earn certain points. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Based on, we're working on, this is kind of new to all of us, so working on the Sustainable New Jersey website. According to the website, you have to, there's two categories. You have to implement 3 out of 6 priority actions. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 out of 6 priority actions, and then you have to accomplish 150 different points. And each of the different items have a different point value. So obviously some that are probably a little more difficult to accomplish or have a higher point value than some of the easier ones. Some of the things that this community has already worked on, for example, and we talked about this evening, was the anti-idling program that's already been implemented in town. And I think it's an important thing that perhaps many of our residents don't understand, that from a pollution perspective and an energy use perspective, that vehicles idling in town in a variety of places, like at schools where they're waiting to pick up their children, that it can have a dramatic effect on not just the environment but also our energy consumption. So, the education of the community as to where these anti-idling zones are, like in front of schools, for example, or loading docks is another spot. But getting word out as to where those are and really what that means, I think, is important. And one of the major things that this organization, the Green Team, is working on is really trying to help communicate a lot of the things that this town is doing from an environment and call it a green perspective, and get word out to the community in a variety of different ways. And that's either through the schools, certainly a very valuable way to get information out to parents and children, but also through the website, through TV 36 is a good example of that, and other things like perhaps even we're going to be this weekend at the Spring Fling. We're going to have a table there, so we'll have the opportunity to directly talk to the community and ask for their help in accomplishing what we're looking to do, which is to both educate and get the support of the community in the endeavor of becoming more green.
Do you know the date of that Spring Fling?
Yes, it would be April 25th.
April 25th. So this will be shown before April 25th and after April 25th. So it's sort of good to get that out there. And we encourage people to come by our booth. We don't know the exact location yet, but
Right.
we'll have signage and we can tell you about the things we're working on. We'd like to get people signed up so they can learn more about what we are doing, and perhaps even sign to be volunteers at some time in the future and help us out on various subcommittees of the Green Team.